my friends, and welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we discuss just a fraction of all the insanity that's taken place in the world this week. Our top story today, mass protests continue to break out in China over the communist government's zero COVID policy. The protests were triggered by a deadly fire in Urumqi, the capital of the far western region of Xinjiang. The blaze killed at least 10 people and injured 9 in an apartment building, leading to public fury after videos of the incident appeared to show lockdown measures had delayed firefighters from reaching the victims. The city had been under lockdown for more than 100 days, with residents unable to leave the region and many forced to stay home. And by forced to stay home, they mean literally trapped in their homes after authorities welded the front door shut. I guess nobody has blood on their hands for this one, do they? You know, it's really terrible what's happening in China, but not half as bad as this next story out of the US. It turns out that time is racist. According to CNN, daylight savings disproportionately impacts people of color. Growing evidence shows that lack of sleep and sleep disorders such as obstructive sleep apnea remain more prevalent in Black, Asian, and Hispanic or Latino communities. And these inequities could have long-term detrimental implications for physical health, even raising the risk of certain chronic diseases. They're not wrong, you know. When it's that bright outside, do you have any idea how difficult it is for a Mexican to take a decent nap in the middle of their front lawn? Minorities aren't the only ones losing sleep. Christians everywhere are forever traumatized after a top Cambridge dean claims that Jesus was transgender. No, this isn't satire. A Sunday morning sermon by a junior research fellow at the University of Cambridge is drawing backlash for reportedly claiming Jesus Christ has historically been depicted with a trans body. Heath reportedly provided examples of artwork he felt evidenced his claim and showcased those pieces to the congregation. Heath noted that in one painting, the spear wound on Jesus' side in the depiction of his crucifixion takes on a decidedly vaginal appearance. I left the service in tears, one churchgoer wrote to the dean. You offered to speak with me afterward, but I was too distressed. I am contemptuous of the idea that by cutting a hole in a man through which he can be penetrated, he can become a woman. I think what the pious man means is, not everything that looks like a vagina is a vagina. For instance, not a vagina, not a vagina, not a vagina. Ooh. It's a tough call. Justin Trudeau was caught lying through his queef once again, this time under oath. Here's what he had to say just recently when questioned about his treatment of unvaccinated Canadians.
Would you agree with me that one of the most important roles of a prime minister is to unite Canadians and not divide them by engaging in name-calling?
I did not call people who were unvaccinated names.
But this is what he had to say about the unvaccinated just last year.
Mais il y a aussi des gens qui sont farouchement opposés à la vaccination.
Qui sont extrémistes.
Qui croient pas dans la science, qui sont souvent misogynes, souvent racistes.
To be fair, he probably assumes no one watched this because the average person would rather stick their head in a fishbowl full of angry fire ants than listen to a person speak Quebecois. That's the hillbilly version of French they speak here in Canada. What the are these people talking about? Meet the physicist who made more than 1,000 Wikipedia bios for unknown female scientists. Wade has written more than 1,600 Wikipedia entries about long-ignored female scientists, and she has firm beliefs about how to support girls interested in the field. Wow. What a weird way to announce to the world that you have no friends. So do you have any plans for the holidays? Yes, I'm gonna write a Wikipedia article. On Christmas? No, Autobotness for Poughkeepsie. What? What? 500,000 UK workers have dropped out of the workforce. The number of people who have dropped out of Britain's job market since 2019 and who now cite a long-term illness or mental health problems has risen by 500,000 or about 25%. I wonder if they're purposely disrupting the workforce so that they can replace them with AI and justify implementing a universal basic income.
Who was they, though? We can't say they is, can we?
Kanye West's ex-wife Kim Kardashian came under fire this week for her silence on the Balenciaga campaign, waiting a whole 6 days before issuing a statement. I don't know why people are still looking to her for moral guidance. This is the woman whose asshole was famous before she was. This is also the woman who had this to say when accused of leaking her own sex tape.
You know there are people who say that you put it out yourself. You know that.
Yeah. And, you know, I think why would anyone put that
humiliation on their family.
Oh, I don't know, Kim. I could think of 1.8 billion reasons. Legacy media has wasted no time equating the Balenciaga scandal to a QAnon conspiracy theory, even though Balenciaga themselves admitted to doing what they were accused of doing. Which brings me to the final story of the week. Merriam-Webster has picked its word of the year. Can anyone guess what it is? That's right, the word is gaslighting. Merriam-Webster, America's oldest dictionary publisher, has just chosen gaslighting as its word of the year. Searches on its website for the word have spiked 1,740% in 2022, according to the company. Gaslighting is the act or practice of grossly misleading someone, especially for one's own advantage. All right, I actually forgot to film my sign off, so if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out these other videos on my channel. And I will see you next Friday for the next weekly roundup. Bye! Only 30% of people have an inner dialogue, so that's why so many people wear masks in their car. No little voice in their head to tell them they look like f***ing retarded.